Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Friday Night Lights Wiki, and such.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, clear eyes, full hearts can't lose.
So true.
Clear guys.
Uh-huh.
Full pods.
Uh-huh.
Can't lose.
So, okay. I thought you were going for like... Oh, I just lost it. I had something really clever in my head. And I went... Well, we'd be like queer eyes.
Okay.
Straight guys.
Can't lose. That's good.
That's something, all right. That's a nice change of pace to say something.
Sure,
you know?
Sure. Do you want to just do it?
You know, Queer Eye took Japan.
I saw it. Did you watch it?
Yeah, they hoisted their flag over at Iwo Jima. I did not watch it, but I bet it's delightful. Are they dealing with Japanese men?
They're dealing with them, yes.
You know what I mean? Like
men and women.
Okay, and what are they doing? They're bringing an American sensibility to a Japanese lifestyle?
Kind of. So it's actually kind of challenging.
Yeah,
because
that's kind of
like culturally it's extremely different.
Right.
They have...
So what jurisdiction do they have?
Right. They have some people, like some Japanese people kind of helping them and translating and stuff.
Okay, cool.
I think that they do their best and they're well-intentioned, but it's just tough.
I think Japan's hot right now.
Yeah.
You know? So I think they're like, well, let's just have them go to Japan. And they didn't really think about it.
Well, I think Netflix also probably has some sort of relationship in Japan because of like Terrace House and stuff.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
So they probably already had some sort of infrastructure to support them.
I'm sure you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it was interesting. And I don't know how I feel about it.
I'll watch it and I'll get back to you and I'll tell you how you feel.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Cause it is just, it's just so different.
Yeah. Like how could you even know where to, like what to, you're so unfamiliar with everything.
Yeah. How
could you come in and, you know, there's one of the guys that's a lifestyle coach. Like, does he just sit on the sidelines being like, hey, you do you, dude. I'm here to learn.
And you know, I've been to Japan, and I've been to a fair number of places. And that was the first place that I went where I was like, this is different.
Okay.
I mean, you know, Europe is like, well, their cars look funny, you know, whatever, yeah. But everybody smokes a little more maybe, but overall it's the same shit. Sure. And there it was like, oh, this is
like, I don't know. I can't act like I know what's going on.
Right. The best I can do is like just be nice and bow.
Be nice and apologize and
yeah, straight up. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like those fellas, and I like Japan.
It's great. So, it's a match made in heaven.
What were we talking about?
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
There's another show I've been watching with my girlfriend, and it's called Love Island UK, I think.
Okay, Love Island UK, I think.
Yeah, it's very unsure of itself, and it's not anything groundbreaking. It's literally just a bunch of hot guys and gals, and they throw them together on this tropical island.
That's great.
That's all it is. It's
Hey, you'd love The Bachelor.
Maybe. Well, I don't want. So this is British, so everyone's got a fucking crazy accent because they're like one dude from London, and everyone else in their intros they're like, oh yeah, what's up? I'm Molly, and I'm a normal bloke from Sussex. Every single person says, you know, I'm just an average person. I'm just a normal, everyday Geordie. They describe themselves as a typical this thing, and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? So I'm a typical Sussex gal, you know. So I smoke and I piss, and you know that's what I do.
It's so wild that like
there's 100,000 British accents. They're all from different places.
We will never know.
Dude, there was one episode where they kept saying the phrase mugged off so many times.
What does that mean?
Like, look, I'm not just going to get mugged off, all right? Yeah, I'm not trying to mug you off. So I think it means something like cheat on you or something. Okay. I don't... That's... using context clues is what I was able to glean. But they use so many words. We have to have captions on to even...
We'll never know. They speak the same language. We used to be the same country,
right?
And we'll never understand all of. I mean, obviously, like we can go over there and be fine, like whatever.
I guess,
but we'll never understand like the nuance.
Dude, they were even like some new guy came on and they're like, he started talking and then the one guy was like, "Oh, he's a Brummy," or whatever the fuck, like. And I was like, "What you all have the same crazy accent. How do you know?" He's like, "Oh, we're gonna get along just fine," like.
What the fuck?
Because oh yeah, we're both Geordie boys, or whatever the fuck.
I feel like we would. I assume maybe it's different because America is so pervasive in worldwide media, but I feel like it would be sort of the same where it's like, even if you meet someone and you're like, "Oh shit, you're from the Midwest too. Like, what's up?"
Right. That's different though. How big is the UK?
Not.
It's like maybe the size of Florida.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
So it'd be like if you were from, Ocala, and you met someone from like Tampa, and you're like, "Oh, Tampa boy," like no. Now if you're from like Miami and like the Panhandle, you would have a different accent probably.
Is it different because it's just we're so big?
That's what it is for sure.
I mean, it's just like we're a country that was
like Texas has one accent probably.
No.
You think Texas has multiple accents?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Do you think someone from North Texas would be like, "Oh, South Texas boy, I can tell"?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's different Southern accents.
Yeah.
Texas accent is different from an Alabama accent, different from a Georgia accent.
For sure. Yeah. I bet there are different.
You think there are like multiple Boston accents?
Well, no, but I bet there are multiple Massachusetts accents.
Okay. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Well, how come the UK has like 700?
Certainly.
Each city has a different one.
Certainly multiple New York accents.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm walking here.
Yep. There's "I'm walking here." There's "I'm walking here."
Hello, I'm walking here.
Yeah, for sure. There. I would bet you maybe not so much anymore because
that's the thing. It's different now.
Yeah,
a little.
But I think there is a time not that long ago where each borough had a distinct accent.
Okay.
And I know for sure that there is like a Brooklyn accent versus.
I'll buy that. Sure. Did I just get tricked?
Gotcha. No.
Okay. I don't know. Anyway, everyone's incredibly hot on it. It's stupid. Like there's one,
and then they open their mouths and they talk like that.
Dude, yeah, actually a little bit. Yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever. But it's just like it's so weird. Like there's like one gal who's literally she's like Miss Great Britain or Miss UK or Miss England or whatever the fuck she is, and she's like gorgeous, has like a really cool personality.
Miss Northeast Sussex.
I don't even know what she sounds like. But then like the dude who she's paired up with is like not into her, so he's like trying to mug her off, And it's like, what is going? Like, it must be nice to just be like hot your whole life, to be like, you know what? I'm so hot and I just don't care enough to date Miss USA, who also has like an awesome personality. I'd rather date this fucking bird.
Fucking bird. In my head, they all talk like Stan Shunpike.
Yeah, basically. And then one or two talk like the head. That's not true. It would be really fun though.
Slammin Sammy Meade.
No. Slammin Sammy Meade. He was in the Burger King Kids Club, right?
I saw who he's portrayed by, and his name is David Cowgill, and I thought it said David Cowgirl, and I was very excited. First appearance, pilot. Final appearance,
always
recurring.
Okay, just throughout, I guess.
Yeah.
Just kind of fades away.
Gender male, age late 40s, occupation
late 40s.
Panthers radio, color commentator.
Oh, that's awesome. Slammin Sammy.
Residence, Dylan. Sammy Meade is a reporter for Panther Football, 470 AM. He covers the Dillon Panthers football games and the days leading up to it.
In the days leading up to it.
Our Panther boys are in a math test.
Well, it looks like Travis skipped homeroom, so we'll see how that's... Like, what is he talking about?
And he is often heard broadcasting in the background.
What?
Though he has never made a physical appearance, he plays an important role in the show.
That's awesome.
through his own opinions and sharing the opinions of those who call him on air.
That's awesome.
That's great. He's a regular Wilson.
Yeah,
he's a Wilson and a Frazier rolled into one.
He's a Frilson.
Caller, I'm listening.
Oh man, that's really fun, and what a cool choice.
Yeah.
To make him do that.
It is. I can't imagine what he could talk about leading up to the games, though.
I couldn't imagine. No, like that's what I'm trying to like wrap my head around. Is like football being so big. Why is football so big?
High school football.
Yes, high school football. Why is it so big? Man, I watched. Did we talk about this already? The Aaron Hernandez documentary. I watched like the first 20 minutes of it, and it's just like it really like paints a picture of how it's like. Oh yeah, football players are getting concussions starting when they're like 10. You know, so it's like, why are we letting our kids just like have brain damage?
Well, it is fun to watch.
It's super fun to watch,
and makes a lot of money.
Can't deny any of those things.
Can I tell you? Can we take a moment to let me turn my hat and my chair backwards.
Okay.
Let's rap a little bit about my favorite football team, the Tampa Bay Vipers.
Of course. Welcome to the Viper Pit. You and I watched a little bit of the XFL, our XFL boys.
Yeah.
They didn't have a great showing in the first game.
No, I don't know how the second game went because...
Can I look it up? Are we allowed to look up the XFL scores? I guess not. Let's just assume that they came back in a big way and won their second game. So they're 1-1 right now, which is cool. I believe they're fighting the Seattle Sea Dragons.
Yep.
Seattle Dragons.
Yeah, this weekend.
This past weekend, or
I think it's this coming weekend.
Boy, okay. So who knows what's going to happen?
I don't know shit about football.
I know a bit, but I know a lot about the XFL.
I tried to look up the difference between the XFL and NFL rules, and I don't know enough of the fundamentals of football to understand what I was reading. And I think we were talking about this, but I'll say it again for the people that aren't you who are so interested. It is so interesting to me, someone who I never watched football, much to the chagrin of my father, I'm sure.
Sure.
And now there's no real way for me to learn it. They don't explain the rules
right
at the top of the game.
Right.
You're just thrown in, and media res.
Yeah, every football game is in media res.
And it's just assumed that everyone watching understands what's happening.
Yeah, if you don't know, then you wouldn't watch it.
Right.
I guess.
And it's
just been that way for like 40 years.
And there's no way to. You have to be like raised into it. It seems like just knowing what it is.
I learned on the fly in college. I'm certainly far from an expert. Like I don't know how any of the don't know what a screenplay is or a button hook.
Screenplay. Okay, well that's I do know what that is.
Screenplay is.
Yeah.
You're a theater major. So I know quite a bit about the XFL rules change. Enough to where when I'm working at my bar, when we have the XFL on, we play the XFL at my bar, yeah, because we have like 40 TVs, so
might as well,
yeah. So there was like a couple dudes and their girlfriends at the bar the other day, and I was washing some dishes nearby, and they're like, oh yeah, like this. They were talking about the XFL, and I was like, oh yeah, did you watch it? And like I talked about the XFL and some of the changes and stuff, and like I was basically like proselytizing for the XFL,
dude.
But what's cool about XFL, to your point, is when there's like a flag on the field or something in a normal football game, a normal NFL game, I should say, it's on the field and you're sitting there for 5 minutes wondering what the fuck's happening if you're not familiar with the game. But with the XFL, all the refs and shit are mic'd up. So like, all right, Terry, so what's going on is we're trying to figure out what's going on with this football.
I found it it was a very compelling thing to watch because they also interview players and stuff on the sidelines.
Yeah. Like when they got a touchdown, they go interview them real quick.
It was much more engaging.
Way more engaging.
And I found myself, because of that, learning the rules.
Yeah, right.
Whereas it's very obscured in an NFL game where it's like, okay, there's the points. Like there was no. It's just it. This is it.
And I think I wouldn't be surprised if, because the XFL is a new league, that they probably are taking great pains to go over some of the rules changes. Like when there's some downtime, like, all right, you just got to remember, right here they can go for 3, but they can't go for 2 because of this.
Sure.
Or whatever. That's nothing. So yeah, I think that might have something to do with probably Vince McMahon, because he knows how to engage people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how many times have you been married?
4 or 5. Every time I go on his ship, he has the jurisdiction. But yeah, like every time you watch like a Royal Rumble or something, they always re-explain the rules. Like, all right, here's 30 people. It's over the top. You have 2 minutes. Like they always explain the rules.
That's so interesting.
And for every match that's like that, they'd be like literally the ring announcer would be like, all right, this is a Hell in a Cell match. That means there's no disqualification. Here's how you can win.
Why is it that other sports don't do that?
Tradition. They don't care. They don't care. They exist and they don't need more.
Yeah.
They don't need to get me and you. They already have 1 billion people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's what it is. Whereas XFL kind of needs people to watch.
They got me.
And that's right. So they're maybe hooking people that watch NFL, and they're maybe hooking people that don't watch any football, that are not being catered to. Like if the only thing
caters to my extreme lifestyle.
That's what it is. Yeah. Which we did run out of Mountain Dew and had to replace it with Faygo during our party.
When was that?
What? You don't remember running out of Mountain Dew and replacing it with Faygo?
I thought this was a real thing that you were saying, and
No.
I was very excited and very upset that I missed it.
You should be. Who's excited about the XFL? Your friend of mine.
Insane Clown Posse?
No. Close.
Oh yeah, Mr. Guy Ramsey Ferry.
Mr. Guy Fieri. As of this airing, he's already picked his favorite XFL team.
He will probably pick the California
Clam Diggers,
Toad Ramblers, or whatever they're called.
I think it's the Toad Ramblers. Because that's his home base. But I mean, like he could pick the Vipers.
I would, if Guy Fieri first of all, the fact that
he's engaging with the XFL brand.
Yeah, because he's a much larger entity than the XFL.
Yeah. Who has more Twitter followers, XFL or Guy Fieri? And how many magnitudes of 10 is it, Guy Fieri? I
wouldn't be surprised if maybe I had more followers than the XFL. I probably don't.
You're right. There's more.
I might have more followers than some of the teams.
I bet you have more followers than all the teams.
I believe I have more followers than my boys, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
Wow, that's wild.
I could be wrong about that.
That's great. You guys use your power for good there.
Yeah, my 2 favorite teams in all of sports are the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and the Tampa Bay Vipers.
Yeah, and they both have a pretty high profile.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. You're honestly probably bringing more attention to those two.
I mean, I've been saying it for a long time. I'm kind of a sports influencer.
Yeah, I would say if I had to pick 2 words to describe you, it's sports influencer. Both of those things together and only together. I would love to go see an XFL game in person.
Dude.
I bet tickets are cheap, and I bet they give you free stuff.
Oh, my God.
What would be more fun, XFL game or Jumbo? Tampa Bay, was it Tampa Vipers or Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp? I bet they're both fun. One's baseball, one's football, so there's that difference. I bet you'd be in and out in a Vipers game.
I think the game part would be more fun for the Vipers.
Absolutely.
But I think the atmosphere would be more fun for the Jumbo Shrimp.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Although, weren't we seeing on the TV feed of the Vipers game like a bunch of like guys like really excited to be there and like dressing up and stuff?
Yeah, but I think that the Jumbo Shrimp do every night is like it's
bring your own taco night.
It's plastic hot dog night. Like
right.
Every night is something.
Right.
There's always something going on.
Right, free phonograph night.
Yeah, I mean, look. Here's the thing: the Crustacean Nation doesn't fuck around. They come to play, and they come to play ball.
Oh, that's good. That's sometimes it trips teams up is when they come to play like Parcheesi, but it's like no, my friend, we're here to ball actually.
Yeah. Ball actually is my favorite Christmas movie.
You and I went to a basketball game together. We saw the Chicago Bulls.
Yes, that was also fun.
It was
a good time
because there was never a dull moment.
No, the best part of that game was the Jesse White Tumble Squad.
That's almost exactly what they were called. I think that might be their exact name. Jesse White is the secretary of the state. So like when you renew your driver's license, it's through him basically.
And he just has a tumble squad. And it was just a bunch of kids doing flips.
Doing really good flips.
It was awesome.
It was crazy. It was like, all right. It wasn't even halftime, I don't think. It was just like commercial breaks. So like
during the game.
Just bring out the Jesse.
Jumping over Michael Jordan's head.
They jumped over monster trucks.
Scottie Pippen.
Yep,
was
he
he
there.
on the Bulls?
I don't know if he was. Penny Hardaway probably was playing basketball at the same time. I think he might have been the Magic.
He was on the Magic. I had a Penny Hardaway
poster
pendant in my room.
A pendant Hardaway.
Yeah.
Do you
know his real name?
Penniford?
Pendleton.
Pendleton. Is that true?
No, it's Anthony.
Oh, that's a name I do know. Mm-hmm. Anthony became Penny, huh?
Anthony Penny Hardaway. Because I did a book report on him in elementary school when I pretended to enjoy sport.
Yeah, that was around the time when Space Jam came out, so we all kind of thought we were into basketball.
His grandma called him Penny for some reason. It was like her nickname for him. I think maybe he was pretty as a penny or something like that.
Okay, sure.
Whatever. Shiny as a penny? I don't know.
It's
because he had that big old Abraham Lincoln beard and always wore a stovepipe hat.
Yeah, and he was always carrying the Lincoln Memorial on his back. Penny Hardaway is a good name.
It's a very good name. It's almost as good as Slammin Sammy Meade.
It is almost as good. Did Dennis
Quaid?
Rodman? Did Dennis Quaid play in the Bulls?
Dennis Rodman did play on the Bulls, I believe.
Can you name the Bulls starting lineup in '96?
I couldn't tell you what a starting lineup is.
What if I told you it was the guys who played in the beginning?
I wouldn't buy it. I saw an Orlando Solar Bears game when I was a kid.
Very jelly.
And the only thing
I remember... amateur hockey.
Not amateur.
Or what is it? D-League or whatever. The feeder league.
Yeah. The two things I remember is there was a blimp that was dropping T-shirts.
Okay.
A tiny blimp, not a Goodyear style blimp.
Sure. It was an okay year.
And they played the song Peaches by the Presidents of the United States of America, and I was losing my fucking mind. I was like, this is it. This is the best night of my life.
That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Are they a ice skating deal or
ice? Yeah, they're on the ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not like an inline
no
deal.
They got quad skates.
Did your life
quad
get
ice skates.
Better or worse after that night?
It's been downhill since then, because then for a while the Solar Bears were not a team anymore. They're back, baby.
So are you going to have to fit them into your schedule in between Jumbo Shrimp and Viper games?
Is there a way to watch minor league baseball and minor league hockey? Is there a way to watch Florida minor league sports teams in Chicago?
Jesus Christ.
I
mean, yes, there's always a way to do everything.
Sure. I think the answer is no.
No, the real answer is no.
The real answer is yes. The true answer is yes. The real answer is no.
Smell you later.
It's pretty great never having amounted to anything.
Yeah.
And knowing it's only going to get worse.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Smell you later.
A little mini episode for you.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.